Yep. What's up, world? Hey, you guys know the drill. If you're watching this on the flip side, speed it up. Always, if this is your first time rewatching, I always recommend 1.2, 1.5 settings so you can get all the data in. We finna go all the way in last Friday before Memorial Day weekend, before things can get shaken up. So let's talk about it, y'all. I'm just tweeting out the link, so make sure that you, as well, if you feel good about this, tweet it out, hit the like, subscribe, and all that good jazz. We're gonna start in about 30 seconds. All right. Let me turn this music down. Yup. All right, we lit. Hey, what's up, YouTube? What's up, cyberspace? Hello, internet land. This your boy, Crypto Bruh, fixing his headphones, making sure that the microphone is in the right place, man. I don't have no special shit set up. I thought that I was gonna actually get a real microphone, but then I realized that I'm gonna need to figure that part out because I like this freeness, bro. I like this freeness, bro. We free out here. Hey, I remember kindness was like always money, but nah, man, that's an old clothing line that I had from 2015. Very successful. Shout outs, Heavy Hand, Crafts Wood, for making me that sign way back in 2015. I'm gonna always hold it down, bro, because you know what it is. It's on my fingers right here, bruh. Always, you know what I'm saying? Always do you, bruh. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. And that's what we're gonna be talking about today. So, hey man, let's just jump into it. Shout out to everybody that's here real quick. All my regs. What's up, X? I think that's Miss. Actually, I don't know who that is, but shout outs to the Richard Hartcock. I see you. What up, X? What up, ADZ? We got Gauchi or Geej Yauchi up in the chat. What up, Willow? He said, "What's up, Zinians?" Shout outs for the support. We got Penny in the chat as well. What's up? What up? We got King Meadow. Time to get your thinking caps on. Please put your thinking caps on when rocking with your boy. Hold on, let me turn this off real quick. Please put your thinking caps on. I want to be known as the channel for critical thinking, right? I want to bring debates back. I was saying that today at breakfast. So I was like, I want my channel to be an educational platform to challenge, not to lead, right? It can lead if you believe it's a lead, that's on you. If it's a challenge and you don't understand and you still want to do what you want to do, that's also great too, because at least somebody challenged the way that you were thinking. So let's put those thinking caps on. ADZ says, Game Theory King, amen. Really appreciate it. Who else we got up in the chat? Keshav. Hello from Portugal. Hey, what's up, Portugal? Hey man, I hope the weather's beautiful over there. It's beautiful where I am right now. And my guy Blue Bison, throw the wigs in the wiggity in the chat, man. Cryptosaurus, what's up? Tyrone, what's up? Academy charts in the building. all day. So let's just get into it. I'm looking at FENIX right now. It is dancing on parity. Dancing. So if you've been watching the channel, we're going to jump into the Zen talk. But I just want to talk about FENIX real quick because I'm going to go through an elaborate explanation of why I'm bullish on FENIX, on Avalanche, and why I think um, it's a great opportunity on that specific blockchain. Now, kind of seeing how it's played out on the other chains. Now, um, we live in a state of crypto where a lot of people are here for investment. A lot of people are here to make quick money. And then we have people who are here for the journey. They're here for the technology. They're here for the experience. They're really here because they love crypto or they've already moved their assets, their full portfolio into cryptocurrency. And the quest of fiat is not the mission. So knowing that in crypto, getting the experience that Zen has given me, I'm able to actually put that lens of foundation on top of things. And that's why before I started my stream on my Twitter, I was like, yo, Zen is a freedom token. You want to find the blockchain that you want to build on. Like a lot of that is things that you can theoretically decide if you believe is something that you want to believe in. I'm going to have to ride with that ride. So looking at FENIX and how it's down here dancing on the parity, it makes me feel like this is subjective to breaking lower lows and going beyond parity. Why? Because I could totally see the Matic community, Polygon community, not 100% behind FENIX on their chain, which they have the right to do, right? Like you have the right to do whatever you want to do. And if you don't want to burn your XEN on FENIX, then that makes a lot of sense. And then if you don't want to restake your FENIX back, that makes a lot of sense as well. It's your opportunity to do whatever you want to do, blah blah blah. But at least we know how this thing is working here. And there is still burners still burning. The reward pool on Matic FENIX is reloading. It's at 8 million FENIX right now. A lot slower of a load compared to the first time. And this right here is a metric that we want to see. We actually want to see this take some time to grow, because again, it's going to solidify a lot of reasoning, right? What's the reason we're on Polygon? Is it to make money? Is it to go long? Is it for the tech? Is it for the quick flip? Is it for the investment? Because investing and making money are two different things. So I'm starting to feel that the Zenians on Polygon got to come together, man. The Zenians on Polygon got to come together on all these chains and got to come together, and they got to change the tune of the project. And I'm only saying this because Pulse Chain has proven that the community can change the direction of a narrative, right? Even though everybody knows what they're looking at, if the community decides to look at it a different way, then we are all subjective to believe what the community believes. I can still understand my technical side of things and, my rationalities. But if the community is going to be like, fuck your rationalities, bro. Hey, bro, stop being so rational. Then I have to respect what they've got going on because it's their environment, right? So looking at Avalanche that's coming out tomorrow, I'm just going bonkers on it because the DBZen Avalanche world has gone up for me. Avalanche as a blockchain, the more and more I learn about it, it's gone very up for me. And I'm going to play a clip. I actually have a clip here that I want to share with you guys from the founder. This is the founder here, Seer. Seer. Basically, we're going to look at this and then we're going to look at a clip of why he created Avalanche. And what I like about his explanation is that it is in parallel to why Zen exists. And it's really, really cool to see blockchain innovation and the team focused on that. That's why I like Polygon, but Polygon doesn't have any users really right now, and their users will be corporations. So that's probably why the DBZen play on Polygon is going to be more of a shitcoin. FENIX is not a shitcoin. That's why it's not performing the best on Matic, because people don't want to burn for this right now. And I get it. It's okay. Right now we have this opportunity for it to drop lower, and if it does break parity of a 5,000 to 1 scenario, then this is an opportunity to bag up a bunch of FENIX that's going to basically be the inflation. And whenever it finds its bottom, it will be whenever the inflation is offset with the amount of buyers. When the inflation is gone and everybody has sold their inflation, then eventually it can rebound if the burning stops. And that's what we're dealing with right now. The burning is already stopped. Now we just need everybody to figure out their position. And then once that happens, we can turn around, and who knows how long that will happen here. Now looking at A's, let's look at XEN, because XEN is still something we want to follow because of the Zen Shiba coming out next week. And the Zen Shiba project is looking like it's going to be pretty good for this environment. And it makes me wonder if I should bleed some of my FENIX into XEN. You know, I did stake for the first reward pool. I am plus positive on the inflation I have. I am kind of doing my thing, you know, but like now I'm asking myself, because the play realistically is going to be DBZen projects, you know. So I'm asking myself like, hey, should I collect some XEN with my FENIX, which is what the way it should be, right? You should be able to get your Zen back for the FENIX. That's a game. And you know, should I try to grab this low that's being built in right now? Now, where I think FENIX could go, because there's some other things that people aren't thinking about that I want to talk about, which is the traditional market and how that traditional market can play a factor in lower leveled Zen, because at the end of the day, we are just trading shit back and forth. Like we are in a full-blown bull market. DBZen is showing us this. Nobody has capital for anything. Nobody has Zen because of time. Nobody really minted Zen for May, June, July. Naturally, most of the Zen will be printing August, September, October. So very curious to that part, and that's in the ETH world. So that's why I'm looking, when I'm oscillating back to these subchains, this is a way for me to see the worldview of cryptocurrency. Because if it's not popping on these subs, then we know for a fact it's not popping at all. And looking at XEN, there's a great opportunity for lower lows, and then there's a good opportunity for Zen Shiba to absorb a lot of Zen, and start to maybe hopefully be that catalyst event to take XEN up a little bit, since FENIX wasn't the one. Now, why am I bullish on FENIX on Avalanche? Because one, Joe Blau has given us a ton of insight that most of his developer friends are from Avalanche, as well as when he discovered FENIX, it was from some friends that were Avalanche developers. And the people who kept him in crypto were people who were Avalanche developers. And Avalanche is a very studious blockchain. Like the guy who created it, this dude was a professor at Cornell, okay? And he created Avalanche while being a professor and doing tests with his students. So he has a following as well of like students that are probably like, this guy's a G. And as you can see here from this Forbes video, and I recommend everybody go watch this for sure so you can get some insight. But you can see they raised over $6 billion just to start the Avalanche blockchain. And that is another amazing thing. They're just checking off everything, but I'm going to get into context of what he says in this video that makes me bullish on Avalanche. But we're going to go and just talk about this chart here. So what's been happening in Avalanche? I have been kind of keeping it on the back burner and not talking about it much because we're minting over here, man, and we're stacking it up. But there's two things that are a factor in Avalanche. When Avalanche started, it had smaller blocks. Since it started with smaller blocks, you could only do 38 VMUs in the very beginning of Avalanche. What this did was this accidentally made Avalanche a non-attractive blockchain amongst the DBZens. There's only one guy, his name is Simple Waters, and he would whisper this shit every single day in his spaces. He would go, Avalanche. And we'd be like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? But then way back in February, it all started to click. It all started to make sense that you really want to pick a blockchain that can support your belief if you want, you know, whatever you believe in. If you believe in blockchain, Avalanche is a great blockchain. And I'm going to talk about it. And that's why I'm saying some blockchains, it seems like they're built for DBZens. And then some blockchains, they seem like they're built for academia to elevate the innovation. I see you out there, Carrie. The innovation of the cryptocurrency and the blockchain, okay? So back in February, when a lot of Zenians started to really understand the pattern here, what we can see is that there was a spike in the buys. We can also see over here, we can look in this, right? Where is it at? The global rank in the daily activity here. So let's go ahead and look at active mentors. Now back in, oh, okay, so this is only going to show me, oh, I got to go here. Data view. What is this? Refresh? How do I do it? I guess I can't. Well, here's February. So you see, since February, Avalanche has been ramping up, cranking up with actual mentors. And the reason for that is because the global rank used to be very low. So everybody was, cranking that thing up until we got to that 10,000 G rank, right? When we get to the G rank of 10,000, that means there's no more EEA. So back in, it looks like at the beginning of May, that's when the G rank or the EAA is gone. So everybody who got in before May has EAA printing on their XeNFTs or their mints. Now, like I said, a lot of people did start showing some interest in Avalanche back here. And they're probably the people you see today claiming their mints. Those like, what is it? 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month, or we're on three months. So 3 months of just straight minting. So if you did like a 90-day mint, that's coming out now. And we see that in DBZen. So in DBZen, Avalanche had another amazing day over there. Here, we're going to go ahead and check it out. And I'm just kind of giving over. Oh, we're talking about Avalanche, and then the Avalanche part 2 pops up, Sixer. There's some intelligent people, bro, that actually was like, yo, you need to check out Avalanche. And I was like, I don't know about this shit. But then the more and more I've seen the activity of Zen on it and how fast Zen was, how cheap the blockchain is, then I saw like I can send it directly to Coinbase, and my mind was blowing, just like figuring out all this stuff. And what we can see here is that the liquid supply of AZEN is skyrocketed as well. It's going up. We're finally getting some liquidity over there, which is making DBZen lucrative, right? Like now you see AXD, which is DBZen on Avalanche, actually having a pump with no liquidity because the burners are showing up. So it's allowing people to actually buy some of the tokens and get in. And this is what I was trying to talk about on DBZen on ETH, was that we need burners in order for the formula to work. When burners show up, right, then comes the buyers, because there should be people who bleed. The buyers should also be the people getting the fees. We should be buying back the token, going up while it goes up. So we had a giant burn, had 57 AVAX, and this is what's so crazy. Zen on AVAX is not even popular yet. And that's kind of why I'm like, yo, I need to dedicate a fucking stream to AVAX, because it's an amazing blockchain and we're not even popular there yet. So there's so much opportunity to grow on Avalanche. Now, just checking this shit out, 57 went into the pool yesterday, which had a banging payout for everybody that was in there, which was 1.3 for me. And then today the lobby closed at 52, so it was 5 billion less than yesterday. I need to add that here. I need to start tracking the amounts so I can make sure I'm right, or keep your data chart going. But yeah, we had 5 billion less, and I have 1.1, which I'm totally cool with, because right now I believe AVAX is $14. So $6 billion blockchain, 14 bucks in tokens, no activities, fast, cheap fees, everything I need for the best recipe for FENIX. Because the FENIX, again, going back to how FENIX works, it works off of this share rate, all right? And as this share rate increases, as people in their stakes, the share rate goes up, which means you need more FENIX to create the same stake as the person that did it when it was 1. Knowing that Avalanche has all this stuff that they're trying to build to make a better crypto environment, right, for everybody who's in crypto. Avalanche is trying to become that hub for you to plug into. And you can see it from the C chains, the way that the C chains and all of their chains are working. They're really designing it so that they separate the DGen from the business, so that there can be the best of both worlds, that yin and that yang, that DGen and that business, right? Whereas Polygon is mostly focused on the business and not necessarily the DGen. And we can see that with the amount of coins on the Polygon network. What I mean by that is you can go to CoinMarketCap, and then now you're going old school crypto, right? You're going to start looking at total supplies, all right, and circulating supplies. So like if we were to look at Polygon, right, which is number 9, and we were to look at Avalanche, which is number 17, right? So there's even the opportunity there that Avalanche in a bear market is cheaper than Polygon. So there's still some better opportunity in that aspect. But what I just want to point out real quick, put our thinking caps on, is when you look at the total supply of Polygon, you're looking at 10 billion tokens. Okay, and that's why when I see those big ass numbers, these big ass numbers, that's typically so that a bunch of coins can be lost. Now look at Avalanche. Avalanche has a max supply of 720 million coins. All right, their circulating supply is 334 million Avalanche. So like the tokenomics in this particular area also makes this shit bullish as hell versus like Polygon, which it should be going, should be going down in price. It should kind of stay around this level. We can also compare here. Let's go. I didn't know we can compare it here. Let's just compare it here, bruh. Let's not go back and forth. So let's just go ahead and go to the 1 year chart. So you can see Avalanche is significantly down compared to Polygon. So this is an amazing thing to see as well. And I'm really looking for a blockchain to park on. It's not going to be Binance chain. I'm so sorry, guys. And there's probably not going to be any other chain because, again, the thing about Avalanche that has me bullish is that it started really, really slow, which means the Zen is in the right hands. The right people have it, and they looking to burn it, and they've been burning it on DBZen. So, of course, they're going to burn it on FENIX. And I'm also one of those people who's holding out burning my XEN because I want to get into FENIX and build stakes and be in FENIX over there. Maybe not in ETH as much anymore either, because like I said, the ETH part that makes me feel funny about the way that Zen works is you got to get everyone to rally behind it. But like the problem with Ethereum is that the most of the people there are from Hex and they see FENIX as a copy, but it's not a copy. So that's why I'm like, well, the FENIX idea won't be able to blossom until it's somewhere where it's never been before. And I can't find a DApp on Avalanche like FENIX, man. And that's why I'm like, yo, FENIX is going to introduce staking to people on Avalanche. Because so far, well, we will look at that too. So far, Avalanche isn't doing that. So this is why Avalanche is on the downside, in my opinion. Again, going back to that DGen theory, that there's more DGens on Matic than there are on Avalanche, and Avalanche does not cater to the DGens, so of course it's on the down run. But let's say when the DGens do show up, here we gotta take this off, we gotta stop comparing it, because like what the price is over here. How do I get this off of here? I don't want it no more. All right, so you see here the Polygon in a bull market got to a high of $2. Avalanche in a bull market got to a high of $127. So this shit is crazy, right? But this was what you call a pump, because if you learn about Avalanche, you'll see that it did get grabbed by the Moon Boys and they rocket shipped this shit. So now inside a steady decrease, it's already had that sell-off and it's down here finding its floor again. And I'm really, really excited to be able to find and discover blockchains like this with these great tokenomics, with these low cap supplies, you feel me, bro? Where I ain't got to do nothing. All I got to do is supply some user case. I'm the user, right? So I just got to be a user and watch it grow. And again, I'm doing a lot of research here. I don't know about you guys, but I'm like putting the pieces together to be like, what's the best blockchain to build my future FENIX stakes on? And that's what this is telling me, is that ETH might not be the best because people aren't really burning over there. They'll come through though. So, still build stakes because it's Ethereum. But like, look at Polygon or Binance Chain. It does not have the same effect that Polygon had. And this could be for every other chain. Now, why do I think Avalanche will do what Polygon did? Simply because the people that went to Avalanche are very smart people. Like, those people caught on to Zen in 100 days, understood every attribute, and went and attacked the blockchain with the best attribute setup. Now those people have the Zen and the power is switched over to them. You can see people are even staking it over here now. We have the stakes on the increase too compared to a month ago. So this is stuff you want to see in an environment. Again, and I mean, we can compare and contrast it to something else if you really, really wanted to. But yeah, this environment just looks really good. Here, we'll just do it to like Eve Moss, because like I think Eve Moss and Avalanche are on the same boat. Oh shit, I got a ding in my ear. What up, Dutch Land? Bought one DXN, two to check stake fee. Call me a whale, bro. Hey, bro, I haven't even looked at that, but we're gonna look at that too, bro. We'll look at DBZen. I'm just giving some light real quick to the FENIX world because you probably don't want to miss out on this. And it's really easy to get to Avalanche if you don't have any Avalanche. It's going to be really easy to get over there. And there's also another theory into this. I will tie in to DBZen, so I'll get into that in a second. But like looking at like Eve Moss is a blockchain connected to Cosmos Atom. And what we can see here on Eve Moss is if we look way back, they had a lot of miners too. The global rank is shot through the roof. Lots of liquid over there as well. But the problem is the market cap. Did I keep that here? Oh, they don't. I gotta go over here. Eve Moss just doesn't have the right thing for. Oh yeah. That's what I wanted to see. You want to look at Eve Moss on Coin Market Cap, and then you'll see what I mean by like all the right formulas can make sense, but then when you go and look at the chain, that's what you got to look at in the ETH or in the Zen world. You can't look at the price. You can't look at the community until said discovery, when the community is like, you better discover me, like post chain, you better discover me. That type of attitude forces people to find them, so that's a good thing for a community. You want to discover me. That's like me shilling Avalanche right now. I feel like you should go and discover that shit. But looking at Eve Moss, like it's just been down the whole time. Like this is probably not where you want to be, right? But looking at Avalanche, this is at the all, right? So all Avalanche is still above water in the bear. Polygon still above water in the bear, so they've never returned back to lows. But Eve Moss is below sea level, right? So why would I want to build FENIX stakes on Eve Moss, right? Let's go ahead and do the same thing for Moonbeam. We're just gonna go right down it. And again, I said you could do this for the most what do you call it? The most in your face fucking chart is gonna be Binance, but that's why I'm like, Binance has a shitty community. Like nobody over there is repping it hard, and that's creating the opportunity to be missed, right? Oh, I heard the ding. Zenon is live on Matic. Let's fucking go. Yeah. If you got your mints coming out on Matic, it's going up over there. So let's look at Moonbeam. I think Moonbeam is up though. So no. Overall, Moonbeam is bleeding out. And this might be why I feel the way I feel over there. So I feel some type of way when I'm on Moonbeam, and I put a lot of economical energy into my mints. So I'm pretty attached, I guess you can say, to the Moonbeam development at this point, because like I said, I put a lot of fucking energy in there. But like seeing this, I probably should have not put any in there and did it in Polygon, right? Or did it in Avalanche, right? All right, let's do one more, just so I can prove this fucking fact that I feel like Avalanche is going to be the one. Here, we'll do Phantom. Phantom should be up, though. I'll be very surprised if Phantom is down. But if it is, then it just keeps proving the point that, not Phantom. Phantom. You have to deal with Zen like it's a meme coin that can do some zeros on a pump. Says Midnight Decipher. That's facts. You got to do it like that. But like that's why you can put all of this. You can sit your ass in a chair and you can start to figure out like what's the best chain to build a foundation on, right? And start from there. If you can't figure that part out, then you're gonna more than likely be minting on Eve Moss or Moonbeam like your boy, and it's gonna have a down chart that's bleeding out. We don't want to be bleeding out right now. We still have so much downside potential going into 2023 Like we could be bleeding out like all September into October into November. And what are those other chains going to look like, right? They might literally disappear forever. Will Zen be able to bring those chains back? We don't know. So that's kind of why, again, the cool thing about the Zeniverse is that you get to learn about every blockchain that is mintable for Zen, and then you get to see whether or not that blockchain can actually perform with the type of things that Zen can bring to their chain. Looking at Phantom is holding weight, so that might be a good chain to start building on. Here, we'll go ahead and look at another one. We'll do OK. Actually, we won't do OKX because they don't get XN burn. So if you do collect Zen over there, just know right now if you are attacking X1 chain, Doge chain, and OKX do not allow that experience. So I'm not even gonna dive in on those because it's just a waste of fucking time. But here, let's go ahead and look at BNB, and then we'll look at the last one. We'll look at that last one. But this is a way that you could just do your but nah, BNB is extremely above water. What the fuck am I doing? That's why I'm like, you don't even need to think about BNB, but BNB literally proves that Zen could be successful if people wanted it to be, but the community drives the token's success, and not enough community members on Binance Chain push this as hard as Crypto Bruh doing a live stream, right? And then I'm not pushing this because I don't believe in Binance Chain. I don't trust CZ at all. But this again, why is I'm always saying Avalanche, Polygon, BNB, Ethereum. Those are your top Zen chains in the Zen world. Everything else is a shot in the dark. You're praying. Phantom just surprised me. So I would even say now you've got Ethereum, Polygon, BNB, Avalanche, and Phantom. And then now you have the addition of Pulse Chain once enough Zen can be created. Here, we can look at ETH-PAL. Let's see if ETH-PAL, let's check it out. I don't know. They shouldn't be underwater. I mean, they just came out. Like, if they're underwater already, man. I'm not a Mets fan. I just went to a Mets game, and this is a great water cup. God damn. All right, man. Yeah. ETH-PAL's fucking shit. This is shit, man. This shit is shit, man. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't think we can bring this back to life. I'm gonna just stick with my heavy hitters. Again, BNB, Binance Chain, Polygon, Avalanche. And again, this is why I'm bullish on Avalanche, because I know Polygon. Again, we can go and look at the tokens. So Polygon, again, 10 billion. Avalanche, 720 million. More upside potential. BNB doesn't have a max supply because it prints automatically, so it only has what's there, and it has a very low cap. But that's why I'm bullish on BNB, because when the market does run, this should be like back in the thousands of dollars. Like, I don't even, did it even get there? No, it never broke up to 1,000 yet. So like in a bull market, BNB is a token you want. You wouldn't want some real estate over there because for sure it's going to go up. And that's kind of why I'm not building right now. I'm not building, but I keep my eye on it. You feel me? Like I got some, don't get it twisted. I got some shit. I just ain't in it like I am on Avalanche. And I did pick the wrong chain. I picked Moonbeam because of the EAA. I didn't do all this due diligence, right? I didn't do what I'm doing right now on stream, which is like pick the best chain for the best experience. So let me just play this video real quick. Make sure I can hear it. This is a Forbes interview with the founder of Avalanche, talking about why he built Avalanche. And in this interview, at least for me, I am interpreting a solution from a problem, not someone just saying I'm into this shit. This is someone who has diagnosed the solution with many hypotheses and experiments and critical thinkings to come to that conclusion, that solution. So let's just listen in on why exactly he decided to make Avalanche. And if you want, as always, these videos I promote Forbes. I put a brush stamp there for where I'm talking about, so you can go back and watch it again. But yeah, let's listen in on this real quick.
So
let me make sure y'all can hear it.
You made the leap When did you anymore? But let's go ahead and skip ahead to what you decided to do. So you made the leap. When did you make the leap to go from being, quote, just an academic, and I put that in big air quotes because you were much more than just an academic, to founding a company and trying to do something firsthand?
Sure. So following the DAO hack, I think,
Oh shit, hold on. I forgot. I be watching this shit hella fast, so slow it down.
I would say the third thing that came out of the DAO hack that ended up with me starting Avalanche was that I realized how primitive the general state of blockchains were. We had Bitcoin, we had Ethereum, so some of the foundations were established maybe, and the promise had been proven, but the systems were slow. They did not scale. And if you can't scale, you just can't go to, the next billion users. You'll always be a little toy. So for me, the big challenge was, how do we make these things scale? How do we take it out of the realm of a bunch of enthusiasts, a bunch of dropouts, a bunch of young kids who don't know what they're doing, to the realm of, let's take over the way Wall Street does finance. So that jump is significant. So there are a couple of things that stood out, but two are really important. One is, what's the right protocol level mechanism for really fast transactions? That wasn't clear. Bitcoin was taking an hour. Ethereum was taking about half an hour to finalize transactions. It was proof of work back then. So can we do better than that without compromising decentralization? So that was one open question. And the second one for me again was, look, there are all these constituents to any blockchain, and they all have conflicting needs and desires. And some of them are legal constituents, people with guns, and they say you must do this. And so you can't possibly appease all of them at the same time on a single chain. So how do we come up with systems that can potentially address that? So that's what led me to Avalanche.
So
where's my mic at? All right. So after hearing him say all that, that's what made me extremely bullish on Avalanche. That kind of solidified it all for me. The fact that Avalanche is really a blockchain that's working on both sides of the spectrum. Like, even the founder himself knows that there needs to be government regulation and there needs to be freedom of movement, and how those two things are a little bit difficult to merge together on one chain. That's why Avalanche has like 3 chains in one chain. But yeah, I just wanted to put a point in emphasis that where you build your experience in Zen is really going to be dictated on the blockchain that you're on. And that blockchain could potentially catapult you even further for being a part of it. Like, if I'm minting Zen on Avalanche at $14 and Avalanche has this destiny, right? The founder has the destiny to being one of the best blockchains in crypto, then you get to ride that success with them. But you are in the mint world, or you're in the Zen world. You see what I'm saying? And that's kind of why I was saying, like, Zen is the freedom token on every blockchain, because it's one big hive mind. All right, we're here to create disinflationary for the blockchain itself, but we're also here to bring mass adoption, bring more users to the scenario. And our dApps will be doing that, right? Look at the way DBZen has launched a Zen, right, into existence. DBZen is really launching every Zen product into existence, but if it's a good blockchain, it will launch that token as well into existence, and that is what the fuck I'm bullish on right now. So here, let me pull up, let's pull up DBZen. Oh yeah. So looking at DBZen on Avalanche, it does seem like we're having a nice pump. My monthly spread is almost done. I've gotten over 13 Avalanche. At today's prices, what is that today? At today's prices, 13. So I've made almost $200 in a month, which is fine. It could be a lot more. That would just mean that I would need to mint more, but I'm not really worried, because like I said it to myself back in February, the minters will show up, and when they show up, they'll bring their Zen and they'll burn, and the game is to be in the protocol before the burners show up. And most burners will show up in 2024. So each one of these protocols is super early, bro. Like, you're early as fuck. You're really building, you should really be building for the future, not for the present. And it makes sense to me why MZen is down and why MZen or excuse me, M Phoenix is down and why Ethereum Phoenix is not burning like crazy. It makes so much sense. But yeah, let's look at DBZen. Let's look at that real quick. Let's look at it. Are they trying to pump Zen right now? But yeah, Avalanche, do not go buy this shit. There is no liquidity. You're gonna have to mint it. Oh yeah, this is what I was talking about too. Because there's no liquidity on Avalanche, it forces everybody to play the dApps and amplify their Zen. And that's why DBZen is a crazy game, because since DBZen is printing you Avalanche, it is really the best place to hedge your AZen, because when you put your AZen into DBZen, at least you can start making something liquid to start playing more things or making more stuff, like, you know, minting more xeNFTs. I don't know, doing something in Avalanche, right? Like Avalanche has dApps. You can go to this. It's called dApp Radar. It's a good place to shop protocols if you're looking for more to do in crypto. Be cautious though. I have gotten so many scams off of dApp Radar because it's a business. So you really want to make sure that you are identifying what these protocols are, doing your research before you dive in. But what we can see here is that Avalanche does have some pretty big players, but all of them are DeFi. That's the real big difference here. Here, we'll go ahead and we'll add like Polygon. Okay, so let's see if it pops up. Top Polygon dApps. So when you look at Polygon, Polygon has games on the top. Look at the top 10. So that's a game. That's something, I don't even really know what it is. Lens is like a photo thing. And then they got DeFi, they got NFTs, they got another game, they got swaps. So Polygon's got a pretty diverse top 10 of decentralized applications between games and DeFi and marketplaces. Now, when you look at Avalanche, just to keep pleading my case here, that Avalanche is something to look at. Where you at, Avalanche? So when I'm looking at Avalanche, damn, did I turn my music down? Oh, I did. I'm gonna turn down some more though. When I'm looking at Avalanche, oh shit, that's not it. All I see is DeFi in the top 10. There is in one marketplace that's not OpenSea, but OpenSea has Avalanche, and that's how you know Avalanche is 100% DeFi, because everybody on that blockchain is DeFi. And this is why I think FENIX will do an amazing job on Avalanche, because you don't need to teach people about staking or about DeFi. Like, they already know about all that shit over there. Their top 10 apps are all DeFi. Like, this is going to be wild for their community to discover, because this is a real DGen DeFi app coming to Avalanche, and I can't wait to see FENIX busting up the ranks here. Because again, as AZen has appreciation, then so should FENIX, because you'll need more AZen to burn for FENIX. And then if people aren't burning a lot of AZen for FENIX, then that means that FENIX becomes capped, and there's way less supply on Avalanche, which means we might see the price increase here first before anywhere else. That's kind of why I'm pretty bullish. That's why I'm really bullish on Avalanche, is that there's no Zen over there. So when we look at one more little thing, man. One more thing, just to keep putting out. I just got to put it on it. Tomcat, stop fighting people. That's what I'm trying to tell everybody. Tomcat, you got to hear what I'm saying. You have to be a participant in order to get in. And that's what sucks for those that don't have liquidity. It's like you're stuck in that that post-chain thing. So technically, I'm not FUDing. I'm actually just promoting for everybody that's been doing Avalanche. And if you don't have any Avalanche, you're unfortunately not able to get any, because nobody's putting up their liquidity, which is great for the community because we hold all the coins. Yeah, fuck everybody else. Y'all should be minting, right? That's the game. The game is to mint the Zen, not to buy the Zen. And if people are neglecting the mint, then the minters do win, always. So looking at liquid supply, well, post-chain is now the most unliquid, or most liquid supply, or this least liquid supply because it's the newest, but right below it is Avalanche at just breaking $1 trillion now. Moonbeam, it's right there, but I put too much energy towards that. And how many people put energy towards Moonbeam, Dogechain, Eve Moss, you know, Phantom, where they could have put that towards Avalanche, right? So this is really just a moment to be like, there's still this opportunity over there. The total staked is very small amount, not even a trillion stake. So there's no coins over there. That's why I'm like, yo, we finna burn it down on Avalanche when FENIX comes out. We're gonna burn it down. And now that people are burning it down on DBZen, hey man, I hope you're minting over there. Like, I hope you're minting on Avalanche. Here, let's go ahead and pull up Avalanche. I got some mints over there. But yeah, Avalanche is very easy to add to your bag if you want. But like, that's what I'm saying. This is not a stream for everyone. This is just a stream for the opportunists, pretty much. And if you see no opportunity, like me, I see no opportunity on on Polygon, and I don't see any opportunity on Binance Chain, and I might be the crazy one. But I'm just doing it based off of the pulse of innovation and not trading. I'm doing it off of like DeFi. And I'm feeling like AVAX is like a crazy DeFi blockchain, just because again, everything I go to, it pulls me back to DeFi. And it pulls me back. Like, look at their DeFi llama, bruh. It's all there. It's right in front of you. Oops, that's an arbitrum. So we go look at AVAX again. So you see here they have 46 billion. So not too much has been dripping. And again, I'm bearish on the market, so I feel like we're gonna be going lower. Oh, and now I went down. Never mind. That's not them. That was the total market. So the total market cap of TLV is going down. But they're at 711 million total value lock. Most of their value lock is going to be on Avalanche. Yeah, see, it's all DeFi. So really, really excited for that. And yeah, I guess let me talk about what everybody wants to hear about. That's my fucking shield today. We're getting Avalanche, bro. We're done with all these other chains, man. Real talk. Oh, look at that. Well, would you look at that? Was 2000 DXN for 5K. Hope I get there in 12 months. Hey, I hope you get that, bro. I went in on Avalanche and Polygon and Phantom, but I'm not a fan of BS. Makes me feel dirty. Yeah, man, Binance Chain, I'm just not with it. But after I just did this live, I haven't really done this part. But this is cool to do with you guys, right? Like, it's cool for me to apply my research with the team. So you guys got to see first level of how I usually try to put things together when I'm by myself, because you got to really stress test it. And just seeing that these are the chains above water, why are we trying to save those other chains? Like, we got to change the narrative like ASAP, bro. Like, why are we trying to save these chains like Eve Moss, ETH POW, like Moonbeam, OKX? Like, we shouldn't be putting any economical energy into these chains. Or if you are over there, you want to bridge out. Not financial advice, but the more and more I'm looking at it, all I see is these chains: Ethereum, Binance, Avalanche, Polygon. Those are the only ones. Phantom, the only ones I see above water in a bear market, when there's more downside potential. So looking at DXN, I made the best play. I actually sold all of my coins. Well, not all of them, but let's pull up my chart. So I went ahead and noticed yesterday that we hit 15 bucks, and I said it is time for me to let go of my 200 DXN. So I went ahead, I let that go, and I went ahead and kept 30, because it's not about selling the whole bag. It's about rebalancing your bag, because there's no reason to hold it all the way down. So yes, my divs are trash, but at least I secured my principal. And that's what I wanted to do. When I saw this top go, I was like, thank God they bought in. And the first thing I did was look at the Ethereum guys. We've been preaching this shit over and over again. That's why I haven't talked about it yet, because I told you so. Just like I did with Zen Doge. And Zen Shiba's probably gonna rocket ship. That's why I'm not missing out. And I'm not gonna miss out on FENIX Avalanche, because it makes way too much fucking sense. But I literally said DXN needs to get cheaper in order for the lobby to be pressure. There needs to be pressure on the lobby, and until there's pressure on the lobby, there will not be successful DXN prices. Until there's more unique mentors than 2, and 2 hours after the lobby ends, y'all gotta like wake the fuck up. If you're not in the lobby and you're just buying, you're the opposite of what should be happening. Like there should be people buying the coin, or there should be people getting in the lobby to pump the fees. So the way that I'm doing this, because I see some people don't know how to even get to this part, is I'm using Zen Pub, and then I only look at the accrued fees. So claimed fees, this one is for people taking their ETH out of the smart contract. So you can see the claiming is getting low, which is pretty funny. Well, now that we're at this low, what I'm really saying to myself is, like, you know, there's not a lot there. So this needs to get lower. Like I would like to see this number of 10 and like in 10 or, you know, like 5 ETH being claimed. I want to see this bitch dead. We need to get to dead mode before I start accumulating coins again. Now, same thing here. I need to see this either I need to see claims dead. I need to see claims dead, and I need to see ETH fees dead in order for me to start really getting into this shit again. If I can't see these two things dead, and what I mean by dead is I want to see even the ETH fees daily being 10, because that really proves to me that we're ready for takeoff. The way that I see that, though, and that's why I keep incorporating the price, is because the people that are burning should be playing the lottery to win the rewards. And when that lottery becomes a snipe fest, that's when the pool should take off, right? When everyone is sniping the pool, that's what's going to make the ETH entering the contract go higher. But as long as everyone's not, and that's not the consensus, then of course it's better for price action to go to the downside. Oh, I got a ding. Who? Oh, my guy Damien, man. I just sold my DXN back to money is only useful if it moves. Risk adjustment above shape ratios keeps one sharp. You feel me, bro? That's why I was like, man, everybody's like, don't do it, but you need to rebalance the bag. That's called healthy investing. This isn't investment advice, and I'm not an investor person, but I know one thing for a fact, bro. If yesterday was $10 and I come back today and it's $5 and I'm only getting 50 cents for my $5, none of that shit makes sense. So I'm gonna take my bag because it's worth some bread right now, right? Like 200 DXN at like 15 was 2.8. So I was like, let me get my shit back before it bleeds too low. And the next thing you know, I'm like literally trapped in this pool with everybody else promoting this idea that the divs are gonna pump. Like, no, bro, they're not. Like everybody doesn't have enough money to afford this burn thing. You need $700 for 100 million Zen, which is $200. So this is also playing a factor in my decision here, and why I'm like, nah, like it needs to go lower because Zen needs to go lower, and Zen needs to go lower because the market needs to go lower. And that's why Zen is fucking dope, dude. Zen keeps you involved in the crypto market. A lot of people are like blindsided themselves when they can actually you can have a healthy investment mindset and become something from nothing. The real American dream. But you just got to pay attention, and you got to take a good risk assessment on what you're trying to get yourself into. And whenever you see a blow off top, I keep saying that in my streams because it's something that I've noticed everywhere. Whenever you see those blow offs, it usually leads to a down. Sometimes they fill, but then they blow off again, and then they stay down. So we don't want to see blow off tops and then a red candle on the next day. We want to see green. So let's see. Let's see if today we can close above 14, right? That's on the daily. Now on the weekly, I'm bullish on the chart if we can close above 12. So I want us to close above $12 on Sunday. If we can hold this level of $12.50, $12, I would be bullish. Or actually, I shouldn't say 12 because the chart is saying $13. So here, let's zoom out and go to the daily. Let's see where that closes. Yeah, so right here. So yeah, that's where we would want to see. We want to see it hold 12.95 for weeks to come. You feel me? Like we want to see this shit hold it this week next week, the week after that, because there's no reason for it to pump right now. Like there's no Zen coming out on the market, and you can see that from going to Zen Turbo, right? You go to Zen Turbo, and it tells you that there's no Zen coming out, and there's no Zen to buy off of. There's also no Zen to buy off of OpenSea, so there's no Zen. You can't get it like for cheap. You're gonna have to buy it from the DEX, and then that's why I'm like bullish on the DEX, or I'm bearish on the DEX, because the DEX is connected to Ethereum, which means that people are going to, if the sentiment of the market is that ETH is going lower, that means that Zen is going to go lower with Ethereum, which is essentially going to bring everything down. So I'm like keeping my eye on that, because where I do see opportunity is in our apps, in DBZen, in FENIX, because if Zen goes down in price, now the apps, the Zen apps become cheaper and more fun to get into. And who wouldn't want to get into DBZen when the fees are a lot cheap? Like when Zen is lower and you're not spending $100 in Zen anymore, right? Where can we get back to these prices? The 20, right? The 66. This is actually a doable burn right here. This is a doable burn. Now, do I know if this person's gonna hang it? I don't know, man. Yesterday, in order to get 100, or to get my position back, my 200 coins from the DEX, I needed to burn $8,000, but I sold my position for 2.8. So that's kind of why I was like, this is a lopsided market. Like you're receiving the amount here that's going to bring people into profit. So of course, most of the people that are getting these auction tokens daily, they're going to sell them back onto the DEX. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually a great redistribution. You know, like they're redistributing those tokens back for a lower price. Now you can see here, yeah, we're totally underwater on the daily on the ETH world. We're not totally underwater, but we could totally go down and we can tap here. But I would love to see a capitulation in DXN to the downside of $6. Like that would feel great. And that's kind of why I'm just watching it and waiting. If we don't keep closing on the up, I expect this to go back down. And yeah, I mean, I can get my position back as long as I get back in before $15, bro. So we're chilling right now over here. And that's what it's all about, bro. That's what crypto is all about. But let's look at DXN versus Zen. Let's look at it. What y'all thinking? Economy, thieves, management, not wasteful, or engagements, and what the fuck? Nah, buying back at 22 cents is in the future. Lols. Tap in from Far East LA. From the Far East LA, what's Far East LA? What is that, like San Bernardino? What do you think of DB's NFTs? Oh, yeah. What's up, Yin Yang? I'm actually bullish on the DB's NFTs, but that's not going to pump DXN. That's not going to pump DXN until DB's NFTs need a lot of DXN. And there's still a game in that Roslyn talked about yesterday about how you lock your DXN into a ZenFT, into the ZenFT, bro. And then if you sell the DB's NFT, you sell your DXN. So I'm going to be trying to snipe me some DXN out of that bitch. Man, it's gonna get fun. But yeah, DB's NFTs is good for Zen, not so good for DXN. It's gonna do DXN numbers, but hopefully DXN. Okay, here we go. DBZen, I hope, pumps the burn, because it would make sense for you to burn your existing Zen to power up your DB's NFT if the lobbies are better over there, because more people have ZenFTs. And that's what it feels like. It does feel like the human behavior is going to be to wreck your future Zen. I'm personally going to tell you right now, I don't think it's a good idea to be playing that game full throttle. If you do, you're going to not be able to play the regular DBZen, because you're going to burn all your fucking Zen before it even shows up, right? You're going to be turning your Zen into ETH. You feel me? So I don't know. I'm gonna play it some days when there's a good day, but I'm still gonna keep my eye on DBZen, because it's the most how do you say it? It's the breadwinner. Because if DB's NFTs burns a lot of future Zen, that should make us have to price it into the price of Zen. So that's what I'm watching. Okay, but here, let's look at this real quick. So, like I said, we've been watching this priced in Zen because if Zen goes down in price, more than likely this should have a recovery. But I don't think it's going to recover too much. And the way that Zen is chopping, you can see here that this is like slowly chopping down with Zen. So I'm still watching this level here. I want to see us come back and retest. We'll do it. It would be a third bottom off of 4 million to 1 DXN. So right now, 1 DXN is 7.2 million Zen, but I want to see that. I want to see that reverse. I want to see it come down here, bro. What is that? Yeah, and that's a 60% decrease in the Zen price. So I want to see it come down and test these levels because that would really solidify to me that the cycle is getting ready to start over. But while people prompt or hold up the by people buying the price, how do you say this? By people buying the token, all you're doing is prompting up the price. And the whales are literally waiting to rug the price on you because it's a fair launch. So they just need enough people to take the bait and then they can roll it over. And we can see here, we've already had this happen before where in this, there's a hold up here, right? And that's the price of Zen. And Zen needs to go up, but Zen has no reason to go up right now. And that's why I'm bearish on everything else. So that we can go and look at the Zen chart. Again, everything starts with Zen. All roads lead back to Zen and begin with Zen. So if you can't build your thesis from the Zen itself, you're more than likely already off on your formulas, in my opinion. That's just how Crypto Bro has been rocking it. You feel me? Hit the like button. Why would I mint DBZen when I can buy it on the market and get more and stake it and get more rewards? That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. You are taking the bait. Why would I go and find my food? Or what do you call it? Why would I make, it's just like you're a fish. You're like, you can go out, you're a shark. You can eat any fish that's in front of you. But instead, you're going to eat the fish. You're going to eat the steak on the hook. Like, okay, yes, you deserve to get hooked because you said, well, why would I go and hunt food when the food is just hanging above my head? All right, bro. Do you, my guy. But that's what I'm trying to get at, bro. You got that philosophy of why would I buy it off the DEX? Until people stop having that thought, the price could potentially keep running, but it's not a solid narrative. That's not the good narrative because your narrative is broken when you look at the ETH coming in. But then it's like, but why are you buying DXN if you're only getting nothing in rewards? Because the ETH comes from people burning. The ETH isn't just there. You need burners in order to make more money. So if nobody's burning, you're not making any money. it's fucking easy. Like you gotta change the psychology because you're caught in the bait, and this is a fair launch. You don't have to be baited. You can use logic, and logic is more superior because the formula is designed for a reason. And this makes DXN bullish. So I'm not telling you to go over there out there and like wreck yourself and get rid of your position. What I'm trying to show you is that the hopium on the upside is way less than the hopium on the downside. There's more hopium in going down and building a better position than there is for the up and getting left behind. Like there's no way we can get left behind right now, even if it went to 20 bucks. Yeah, I sold early. Who cares, right? But I don't think I'm gonna get left behind because if it's at $20, I want to see this ETH pool back up to 100 ETH, 70, 60 ETH. And if the ETH pool isn't up there, right, and it's got to hold too. When we get up to these higher levels, it needs to hold. It can't be like this. Right, we can't be having no downside. It's got to hold like how it did in the very beginning. Have a vicious down and come back. That right there, this is what we want to see over here. And until we get this over here, I'm bearish on the price. Right, and it's cool though, because that means cheaper DXN and price will price in the burn. And when the priced in burn is there, whoo, man. Yes, I'm stacking and I'm never looking back. Well, today's sentiment will not be tomorrow's sentiment. But yeah, they're hanging a piece of steak in front of your face. You can literally see it. And I'm not falling for it. Same with Zen. They're hanging a piece of steak in front of our face. They're doing this on purpose because they have more money than us and we're in a bear market. You can feel it. Or how you say it, you got to come real to your senses. If you have like $5,000 in crypto, you're not the power player. Like the power players have hundreds of thousands of dollars, man. I've been in crypto since 2017. The real people knocking on the front door are people who have 10K to burn and lose, not the people who have 5K and trying to position themselves to make 10K. Like you are still a very small player and you're early. So protect yourself because you're so early that you can make the biggest play ever, but it still needs to mature. And I love this idea of you can discover the maturity. So looking at Zen right now, we're looking at the 1 hour. I do have a downtrend that I'm keeping my eye on, and we're also keeping our eye on the 3rd of June. 3rd of June is when FENIX is going to have a payout of the rewards. So everybody that got into FENIX burn, they'll be able to sell their inflation for Zen. So I'm just keeping my eye here because I could definitely see us rolling over from that sell of position back into Zen from FENIX. I might be one of those people because, again, like I opened up my video, I'm kind of bleeding my FENIX journey towards Avalanche only. I'm kind of like, I don't really trust y'all motherfuckers, and I would prefer to have that bleed or have those coins on Avalanche on a blockchain that I believe in. So even me, I'm thinking about just selling all my FENIX on the first day and not restaking and moving that economical energy into a better blockchain that I believe in, that I feel like I can champion. I think I can champion Avalanche. So I'm going to definitely consider that. And this is kind of going back to my thought here. Let's go ahead and zoom out on the weekly. Oopsies, that's the daily. Looking at the daily, we've got a tiny pump here. We're down here. Is the bottom in it? Everyone's asking. I don't think so. I think we should go down to 12. If you've been on the channel, I've been saying it. 5 zeros and a 2. 5 zeros and a 12, excuse me. So let's go ahead and zoom out on the weekly. This is where kind of my census is coming in at. So the reason why is because it looks like after this is the first run up of Zen World. We had a nice explosion back in October. That was FTX. Then in December, we had the blow off top of NFTs. That was a fail. So we never got the run. This run was a great solidified bottom, right? And where did this bottom come from? It came from the daily, right? So on the daily, you see here, we came down, we were testing that heavy 1, 2, out of here, right? So that is a good signal for a bottom in Zen. When the RSI is technically testing regions of lower support. So right where we are right now, I'm not sold. There's not enough, in my opinion, strategy that feels like we should have a catalyst event. I thought we would get the DBZen NFTs in June, but now looks like we're gonna get those in July. So DBZen NFTs is my next narrative. Once those go live, we can start pricing in the future prices in. Until those are live, we have the ability of having more downside. So just take that with a grain of salt, because at any moment in time, anybody can pump this shit, right? But the question would be is why are they pumping it? Unless they want to get us back up here to this region, which would be 5 zeros and a 2. That's a nice trade for sure. That's a nice swing trade. So that would be a good one, right? Like I said, everybody's taking the bait. So in my opinion, please change the music. Is it too loud? The music too loud? Maybe next time. I'll change the music next time. Here, I'll just turn it down. I'm pretty much wrecked on everything. I burn in Zen for except Zen NFTs. Yeah, everybody's wrecked now. And nobody, that's what I mean. Like everyone is wrecked. There's no reason for the price to go up. Everyone's wrecked. Unless you decide, like, unless it's a community thing. Everybody has to come after each other in order to pump it. That's the Ponzi part. But the best part of the fair launch is, well, if everyone's wrecked, How long can we all stay wrecked for before the opportunity shows up? And that's what I'm looking for. I have 10K to invest, and I was gonna buy DBZen off the market and stake it for rewards because I'm getting more DBZen than minting. Would you recommend I mint DBZen with the 10K instead? Actually, I would say I'm not. This isn't financial advice, but from what I'm looking at, you're in the wrong. I mean, you're thinking incorrectly about the manner in which the protocol works. So either you stake your 10K and you turn your philosophy, your idea into DBZen. So whatever DBZen is, then that's what you are doing, and you're waiting, going long. Or I would say sideline your cash because honestly, this is the horrible, this is the worst time to get into DBZen. This is like the decision part of the cycle where we're like, where we're literally at the bottom, but it's where it can get disgusting. Where like it can get disgusting. Imagine getting in at this 13, 20 or $13 level, and then it goes to $7. Like you just turned your 10K into 5K. So that's why I would be. That's why personally I'm, and this is just personal. You guys are inside of my window. Personally, I don't see that if I had 10K to put on this, I would be looking to exit, right? I wouldn't be looking to hodl. I would put it in. I know that because again, the fees are going to be whack. So it's not like I'm going to make $10,000 back from staking it and getting the fees. And that's what I mean, man. Or when this shit really makes sense, you're going to see people doing exactly what you want to do right now, but it's not possible because there's not enough ETH going into the pool. So it doesn't make any sense for someone to come in with 20,000 and stake it for 2 days to make a couple $100. Now, for some, that might be a cool thing, but that's a good way for them to. That's a good signal to know that price go down because they can only put 20K, get $200, and dump every single day for so long before they're exhausted. So when that happens, it happens, and I just feel like we're having a mini pump right now. We have those. That happens. Look, it happened right here. I got stupefied right here, and I didn't sell my bag at 30. That's why I was like, shit. When this happens again, I'm out, and I'm not gonna wait for it to get to this. Oh yeah, you guys are also looking at a dope downtrend that we did tap on the 1 hour. So this downtrend is proven. Here, we'll zoom out. You see here yesterday? That's why I was like, oh man, I gotta get out. Me and everybody else who did it. Because I saw this part yesterday where we were oversold on the hourly, and I was like, yup, right here in this dance area. I was like, oh man, this might be the last time for me to get some get out of this shit before I'm in bleed territory. So that's kind of why for me personally I took the opportunity. But I could be wrong because we did find a good support here. What day? What time is this? 26 UTC 2 p.m. So 2 hours ago. So 2 hours ago was 10:18. So we saw the dump and the pump as usual, as per usual. Per usual. Yep, right here. Small one too. And that's why I'm like, let's look at these. See all sales. And how's this person bleeding it out? So yeah, the 26th, the 25th, the 23rd. They're slowly bleeding their bag out. Here, we'll go ahead and look at them. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I realized the game in DBZen, it's not about staking. It's about staking either at the top and bleeding out slowly until you have no bag, or it's about buying a bulk at the bottom that you're going to bleed out at the top. Same. Cycle goes again. Everybody coming in, fighting for the dibs. You just got the liquidity. And then when you get enough liquidity, you can put that shit in the DEX and then make trading fees back and forth. So that's something I'm looking at as well. I'm not really looking at getting into the staking. To your point, bro, about the 10K, have you seen what you can do with that in the pool? Let's pull up Uniswap Fish. Or Uniswap.fish. So let's look at this real quick. Let me close some of these tabs because it's just starting to run a little slow from the cookies. The soundtrack was good, says Alkaline. All right, we're going to do a poll. We're going to do a poll. I don't know which one it is. Is it hidden or is it missing? Which one is it? So let's look at DXN. Let's look at 10K if we were to pair it up in the pool. Because the how do you say this? The opportunity is changing, and this is what you want to see. I hate protocols that don't have opportunity in other areas. And fair launch crypto, there will always be an opportunity on the DEX because that's the only way for people to get the coin, right? And either you participate and you burn, or you buy it off the DEX like you're trying to do. So like, let's say we have $10,000 and we want to set up a range. I would say the healthiest range. So right now, I guess you're grossing what is this? What's the full range? Let's just do full. So you make $23 a day with 10K. How much is 10K DBZen? So 753 DBZen one time, right? And I literally am leaving that $200 range where I was making $27 a day with 200 of these. And it's going down rapidly because the ETH in the pool is going down. I mean, we have that data from the month prior as well. So don't think this is new. If you've been watching the channel, make sure you like, subscribe. We've been going through this, bro. We watched this shit go all the way down from 90 all the way down. And we had a good amount of coins, which was less than $10,000 worth of coins. I mean, in the moment in time, it was definitely more than that. But that's why I didn't make $10,000 a month ago. I made 1.4 ETH. So there's a lot of opportunity, but it is going to be on the burn, and it might not be so much in the reward. So again, you could potentially take that 10K, and then you could watch yourself go into a full range liquidity pool, where you're making that much a day. You're making $706 monthly. And again, this is because you're going to have impermanent loss. Here, let's calculate impermanent loss. I never tried this part. So strategy. Oh, wow. They have strategies here. That is fun. That is fun. One thing I would say, though, this is just a full range. If you believe in the project, though, you could actually spice it up a little bit. You could do a one-sided idea here where, like me, I think the price is going to go at least down to $6. So let's say I want to say my minimum price, just to put a buffer there, we'll do 5. Oopsies. Fuck. Am I allowed to just type here? All right, 5. So we'll do 5, and then the maximum, like again, I said, like if I was really into this, I wouldn't be seeing any prices higher than, let's say, potentially 30 just 36, because that's actually a great number of resistance. So we'll go down here. Look how crazy that shit gets. Wow, man, you could be making like $2,000 a day, bro, from everybody trading. Because again, like I said, you had the bait in front of your eyes. But when you take that bait away and you start playing the other side of the game, where you want the people where you want those people to take the bait. You know what I'm saying? Because the pool is still popping over here. There's still $246,000 of liquidity. So a $10,000 bid over here is definitely going to be able to be taken out. Now, if you have $100,000, I don't know about playing on DBZen just yet. And that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for that liquidity to ratchet back up, bring back in those bigger players. When those bigger players come back in, they should also bring in more capital, pumping up that price. When that price gets to pumping, then the smaller player has an opportunity. They can go to the DEX, or excuse me, they can go into the pool, burn significantly, and know that they're going to get a decent amount of rewards to progress. And when that cycle comes back, that's when I'm going to be ultra bullish on DBZen again, because I don't know if we'll get these again. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get this again. This is a blessing. The fact they got all the way down here is crazy. I was like, damn, why didn't I play the whale game? Right? But yeah, this is uniswap.fish. It's a liquidity pool website so that you can kind of shop different types of pool scenarios so that you can see if there's a best play for you. And again, this is a pretty cool play because again, if DBZen is headed down, let's say it does get close to 5, then you're going to get a lot more DBZen, right? Because you're going to basically be buying it using the liquidity pool. And you are this 2.9 ETH that you have in the pool. You get like that's how I think of it. I'm like, all right, this is going to buy DXN, right? Because then once the cycle is finished, because I don't think it can go any lower than $5. And my other dollar representation is based off of the Zen price and the 2.5 million to burn DXN. So I'm basing it off that ratio of parity. And currently, I believe 2.5 million is still somewhere above that $5 range. Let's see. Damn, people are dumping Zen now too. Yup, save the 10K for a better day. Bro, these plays are too high Q. Building small brain projects on top of DBZen and FENIX is the move. Yeah, dog. That I mean, no, that's gonna happen. But that's why you got to get into you got to get the notion now. Like when we come out with baby FENIX, that's faster than regular FENIX, but it's built on top of the burner, which is gonna feed the reward pool for those that are on the regular FENIX. You're gonna wish you was on the other side, and that's kind of why you got to understand this stuff. Because if you don't, you're losing out on the full opportunity, and that's basically where I'm at with it. If you're cruising with crypto, bro, we're going full throttle. All right, we love Zen. Basically, I love Zen, dude. That's my favorite crypto right now. Right now, probably forever. I think Zen will probably. I'm still like being a real DGen, and I'm not trying to think that it's the best thing. But at the end of the day, the more and more I look at it, the more and more evidence I do, the more I'm just bullish on the long term for Zen. Make sure you stake, dude. Do those max stakes. I'm so happy I max staked out a bunch of millions, millions and millions of Zen on ETH, just so that I can protect myself, you know. And I'm playing the short game with all of the subchains. So yeah, it is a really, really hard move. But looking at Zen, let's look at this. We gotta do some math. 2.5, 2.5 mil. One. Oh, it's $4. So that's why I'm like, yo, if Zen can keep going down, that should pull down DBZen, because then you're really burning. You're burning for nothing. Even the 2.5ers are burning for nothing. So they should hopefully stop. And if they stop too, then that will give us the ability to have a real snipe off. And all it takes then is a couple of days, in my opinion, of some lows of sniping before people get interested again. Because all it takes is a few days of people being like, dude, I sniped DBZen, like I'm on fire. Everyone's gonna be like, well, can I snipe? And then it's a blind man's game at that point. It turns back into the burn cycles where people are going back to just burning and getting blinded because they have nothing else to do because Zen is so cheap. So that's why I want to see Zen get lower, because it will help the rest of the ecosystem. And if we did get to these levels of 5.2, or excuse me, 5 zeros and a 12, we would see a significant change in the whole dynamic of the ecosystem, creating more players. You know, it's like a window of opportunity for everyone to get back in, that has sold their Zen or has, used it. Like I said, like I used it for DBZen. Now I can sell the DBZen back in the Zen, re-inquire my Zen bag, or sell the DBZen into a stable for lower lows. And now, I'm playing the market. I'm not playing the game. You're going to switch back and forth between these scenarios, in my opinion. Yeah, it's going to be really cool. Yeah, man, damn, I've been talking for a minute and been chilling. Shit. Thank you for your content. You reminded me to read the light paper a second time. Cheers. Always read the light paper. This is a real video game. All right, so we don't read the manual, but when we get to the part where we need the cheat codes, we're going to find that light paper. We're going to get that cheat code. We're going to be successful. Graves said, wreck. That's right. This is real. This is real Zen people. He could have easily told that dude to buy now, but it doesn't make sense. People don't value the logic, though. Yeah, no, I don't know. I could have totally told you to buy it for 10K, but you would totally get wrecked, and I feel horrible. I feel like a piece of shit. What I will say is you might want to get into Zen Shiba. Let's look at it. Zen Shiba. That's coming out next week. And that's kind of why, like, I'm a little bit bearish on FENIX. I won't lie. I'm probably gonna sell my FENIX into MZen so I can get some to play Zen Shiba. And I mean, there's nothing against Joe Blau's protocol or the uh, uh, Fashinians, I think is what they call them. It's nothing against that, and it's nothing against people who have a bag on Matic. It's the fact that I don't work for nobody, and I have the right to make my own decisions. And I see that my best interests would be in Avalanche. So there's no reason for me to at all to be holding Phoenix on any other chain because I need to be. You don't need to stretch yourself out thin on Phoenix. Same with like DBZen. You shouldn't be trying to be on every chain. You should try to be on the best chain so that you can make the most rewards. Um, and I was saying, I really enjoy this idea that Zen Shiba is going to be the first meme on Matic using Zen. Perfect environment. Another good environment is Binance Chain. It's nothing but degens over there. So I don't understand why no one's making something. But again, this is now the first mover advantage, and I got to get in on it. You know what I'm saying? I can't stop. Oh, they updated their light paper. Within the next 12 hours, which will include details about the amount of MZen you would need to burn to attain the amount of X Shiba needed to mint a Shiba Zen NFT. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Here, let's look at this real quick. Where's that shit at? What is it? That's mine. I had it. Hopefully, I don't have to do it again. I had the white paper up. Damn, no white paper? Ah, shit. Ah, here we go again, man. Whatever. Open it up. I'll delete it again. But yeah, like, this is gonna burn a lot of MZen. And MZen needs to get killed. There's so much MZen because everyone's burning reckless with no code. Like the chain allowed reckless minting. So now everybody has mad MZen. And I never understood it, but now I get it. That's why I'm bullish on AVAX because the blockchain itself didn't allow the reckless minting. Same with PZen. PZen does not allow reckless minting. Now that the prices are going down in Pulse, the recklessness can kind of enter, but it's still it's still expensive to get a Zentarion over there. It's not cheap as the other chains. It's definitely cheaper than Ethereum, significantly cheaper than Ethereum, but it's not as cheap as like well, Binance is pretty expensive, but you can do a lot over there. It's like 475 VMUs. So I don't know, man. That's a weird ass land over there. But looking at the liquid supply here, Polygon is number 5 and liquid supply. See, that's what I mean. Binance Chain needs something to burn it, bro. 44 trillion over there. But this is why I think if you were going to be looking at this and I was a developer as well, I would probably still pick Polygon because it's the least amount of abundant Zen, right? It's like you got 14 trillion and then bam, 30 trillion. And then we just checked it out. ETH dead as fuck, so you don't want to go there. So Phantom looks like it has some life, and so does Binance. So these would be 2 good places to start building dApps on that burn Zen, because there's just a lot of lucrative Zen. There's a lot of opportunity for degen plays. So like casino dApps, like jackpot dApps, anything where people throw their shit away on chance. That's what has to come over here. That's what's going to happen with Zen Shiba. It's a chance. So with this being the least inflated the least inflated Zen, there is a amazing opportunity here for a lot of Zen to be burned. Now let's look at how much Zen should be burned because they put it in their paper. Oh, I declined that. 45 is the max on Binance, isn't it? Yeah, man. Binance is like they have such big blocks that it actually makes too much Zen. But then it's expensive to make the max Zen. So that's kind of why I'm just like I'm not too familiar with the way that Binance can really work in our ecosystem, but I know that it's going to be good for marketing. I'm on Phantom now. Phantom looks like it's a wave, dude. Especially since the price is so low, as Phantom is, and if the community, right, you want to go tap in with the Phantom people and see how are they feeling. y'all fucking with this chain? Y'all fuck with this? And if they're like, nah, man, we don't fuck with this, I don't know. Everybody I meet in Avalanche loves it. They love it. So I love it. Looking here, it looks like if all of the Zen Shiba is minted when it first comes out, it will burn 9. It's gonna burn all the MZen. Holy shit. Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized that. Yeah. So if 29 billion MZen. Oh, not all of it, but a lot of it. So you need 25. Well, let me make sure this is right. 100,000 million billion trillion. No, I'm right here. So that is trillion. That is a holy shit. So yeah, in order to get all the Zen Shiba out, they will actually burn all of the MZen. And this is why I was like, maybe I need to get some MZen because they getting ready to get rid of this shit. Like this Zen Shiba is exactly what we've been waiting for. Preparing myself to buy Zen at all-time lows. Huge. Hell yeah. Either you prepare yourself to buy all-time low Zen or you build up a big basket of mints going into the future and you just continue to watch the price so that when you get to your moment, you read the whole chart, right? One of the things I love doing is following people in crypto on YouTube. And I like to stay with a small group of YouTubers that I've been following since 2017 because they've been following the chart. And I can revisit their channels to be like, well, how does an OG think about this? Because they've been following the chart. And that's why for me in Zen, I'm a little bit more advanced than your person jumping in because I'm following the chart from day one, ground zero. And I know that this looks like it's ready to pop, but also I know it ain't. So we stacking it up. We stacking it up, man. So looking at MZen again, they're saying they're trying to burn it all. So they're trying to get rid of all $63,000 in liquidity. It's like there ain't even that much. There's how much? There's 2 trillion on the DEX right now. So you probably won't even be able to get as much. But what I'm really laughing at is how cheap it is to get Zen over here. You get 5.2 billion MZen for $100, right? And that's the first 15%. So everybody that's gonna get into because it's like Zen Doge, so it's gonna be hyperinflating, and you get a bonus for getting in early. So the first 445 billion Zen to enter the contract will get a 15% bonus. After that, the next 400 billion will get a 25% bonus. And then the next, after that, it's going to be more and more Zen to burn. So basically, you want to be in that first trillion of Zen to go in. And we know that there's a shit ton of Zen out there, right? Like here, we can also go to the contract. Contracts one way, and then the other way that I'm showing you here is on Zen Pub. You use the dashboard, Zen dashboard. You can see all of the mainnet chains, and then over here you have the supply and liquidity tab, where you can see how much liquid supply is going to be available on that chain. And again, that's why we want to be in the lowest one. If you know about Zen World, the opportunity is going to be in the chains with the lowest amounts of Zen, because the burn contracts will burn all the Zen, and then it'll give the coin the ability to live. But when the coin lives on a chain with too much inflation of Zen, now we need to figure out how we can get rid of the Zen, because that's the real goal, is to make the Zen disinflationary, so that as Zen is minted, that's the new Zen entering the market that everybody wants to get into. Right now it's inflated in abundance, but we want that. That's part of the mass adoption, because you had the opportunity, you didn't take it. Now you're buying it when you could have minted it. And I'm sorry if that's you. Please, if you're watching this in the future, I hope you get on the other side. But yeah, 30 trillion in supply over here. Let's look at it on the chain. So it's legit. This is this. Now, how much is coming in daily? That I don't know. I do know that Zen Turbo does have a dashboard, a minting dashboard for Polygon. And that's something we're missing too. We don't have yet the biggest players, and I hope we get that soon, but we still don't really have that. So what we can see here is these are unlocking addresses. We don't really have that future supply metric just yet on Polygon. Oh wait, let me switch it over. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, there's a lot of Polygon wallets printing right now. We'll see that low. Looks like in October. October, November, we'll finally get to a low, and then it revamped up again. So there's gonna be a super duper pooper scooper opportunity here. In that aspect. Yeah, right now, total earnings. Max Minters are making 72 cents. 72 cents on their Zen at today's prices. It's amazing, bro, because this is going to be really cool to watch grow on Polygon as we start to get rid of that extra inflation and get to that equilibrium of not a shit ton of coins. But we need dApps like Zen Shiba that make opportunity um, that aren't like Zen Doge. Because again, the other thing in Zen Shiba is the NFTs. So the NFT is designed for you to put your Zen Shiba inside of it. And then when you put your Zen Shiba in the NFT, it takes it out of the market. So now the Zen Shiba can't be dumped. The inflation is locked in the Zen NFT and burned forever. So that way, Zen Shiba has the opportunity to find a price in the meme world, which is dope. And these NFTs, these Shiba NFTs, they pay you in MZen. So you make MZen by getting these things. So you have the rare. There's only gonna be 30 of those, 60 limiteds, and 100 commons. All right, and the 100 commons you get paid out 1 billion Zen, and if you get the rares, you're gonna get 100 billion Zen. So let's just look at it. What's that? What's 100 billion MZen at today? That's $1,000. That's a cool 2 wow. So you can get paid out $2,000 from owning the Shiba NFT. That's crazy. But again, maybe we see some lows. Should we draw it on the chart? Here, we'll draw it on the chart. Get that vertical line. We need this comes out May 6th, or excuse me, May 3rd. So in a week, you'll be able to get into Zen Shiba. So we are very close to this. So that would love to see it drop with Zen. Would love to see it all fall this weekend. I think Memorial Day weekend is a weekend where things tend to sell off anyways. Bah, bah, bah. I got a ton of MZen. Let's go. You guys could get wrecked playing Follow the Leader. Hodl mine, not financial advice. Yeah, you could. Hodl it. There's nothing wrong with holding Zen. That's like a narrative, right? There's gonna be people who hold, and then there's gonna be people who spend, and the spenders are the market makers, not the holders. Because you're just holding it. You're helping keep the market up. You're the market prompter or prompt up or whatever the fuck. You holding it up. So you want market makers if you are a holder, because market makers create the market, they create movement, they create narratives. So they are a plus positive to the holder. But yeah, you could potentially make more if you just held. That's like me and Bitcoin and Ethereum. You made way more not playing any games. Okay, the MZen code will make a small play into Zen Shiba. Yeah, Zen Shiba is where the Zenian should live, not Zen Doge. I really hope well, I'm keeping my eye on Zen Doge actually. Here, let's get bullish on Zen Doge. Because there's still a bullish sentiment in Zen Doge, which is it exists and it pays to charity. And Jack Levin did promote it, so he's a slave to it now because he has on record go Zen Doge, right, or some shit. He hasn't done it for Zen Shiba, and that's why I feel like Zen Shiba is more of a community token because it doesn't have Jack Levin's promotion, and that's better for us as users because there's less eyes and more Zenians. And we want more eyes, but really Zenians, we don't want the eyes until like we got the bag, right? Once we got the bag, like everybody can show up and try to buy into what we got going on. So that's why I like this community feeling. But looking at X Doge, it is extremely below the mint. Extremely below. Man, this shit is down AF. Well, actually, I guess this is up 74%. Okay. Good luck, Blue Bison. I think we have a strong support. I feel We may not be going up in the short term, but I feel like we aren't going down. I don't think we're gonna touch the lowest lows, but I do feel like we're gonna get a little bit of breather. Just a little breather. Damn, look at Zen Doge. Holy shit. Now, Zen Doge, where do we go from here? Let's look at it priced in Zen. Let's see how far away it is from the peg. This is how I'm always going to be doing my analysis on any Zen token that comes out or derivative of Zen. If they say that they're in the Zen, I really want to see you have your parity of burn. So wherever your burn is where I want to see your parity. So priced in Zen, damn, this shit is way below the burn. Yeah, damn, I can't even. I'm just gonna have to draw the line and go like this. Price range, I need 1,000, please. Woo! Wow. All right. So this is what I'm talking about. This is actually really, really good. Now, do we DCA in? I don't know. You gotta pay your own play. But what I'm liking about Zen X Doge, it's got an X in the Doge. But damn, man, to get back to parity, it's over 3,000% in price versus Zen. What is stopping this coin from doing this shit, right? One utility, and it's going to do that. What I was getting at, to be like a hard ass on it, was I was really just trying to get everybody to realize that you did need to burn your Zen for this. This could be potentially an opportunity for a Zenian to buy it off of the market once there starts to become some sort of movement. When that movement comes, I don't know. Maybe when they get a utility, maybe Zen Shiba makes them spark or get into action because they're like, damn, we just really got wrecked over there. We got to really get some shit going. Maybe they come out with a Zen NFT on Ethereum. I don't know. Maybe they port. Maybe you can, maybe they port over to a better chain like Binance to really, push that narrative. But again, I mean, you guys already burned for it. It's in existence. So now I guess we're just going to be watching it and waiting for it to do what it needs to do, which is start to pump. So waiting for the pump. I see here on the RSI, it's treading lightly. Looks like there could be some more dumping. But again, if everyone's hodling because we're all out, there's nothing stopping this thing from turning around. Let's look at it on the 4-hour. So yeah, it's almost completely oversold here. Would be nice to see it get to that oversold range. Nothing yet on the daily. So yeah, I mean, there's an opportunity in Zen Doge. Don't get it twisted. It's still a meme coin. It's just you want to see the community either capitulate or a utility that is going to lock up the coins or burn the coins come into fruition. Fruition. Man, I can't say it right. Fruition. Goddamn. I got scolded on how the way I say that. My laziness and my accent. But yeah, when we see something come into existence over here, we're gonna really get something going on. But until then, I don't think it's the best buy. But I will start to accumulate some of this once I start seeing it build over some more. I'm gonna have to get in and get some more Zen Doge because it's what it's about. What do you think about? What do you think the conversation will work when you can burn Zen to X1 for each chain? Oh man, I mean, yeah. What's up, George? I'm already thinking that Midnight says, "Wow, Wreck City, wreck, bro, from 1,000 to 26 per Zen. Oh my God, it's so bad." But I'm focused on all the other chains when it comes to burning because your burn amount will be based on the USD value. So I'm also trying to pick a better chain that has appreciation because if that price appreciates, it's going to automatically bring all of my weight up. So I do think burning on a chain that is going to be going places, you want to do that on a subchain for XN. And that's why I could see a future where every chain is offering a burn and we're all running to get rid of it all. We're running to get rid of all this. Like what can I get? Can I get rid of that over there? Can I get rid of that over there? Can I get rid of that over there? And you're going to be wanting to mint so you can get rid of the mints that you make so you don't have to buy off the decks. But I do think we'll get exhausted. I think people will stop minting on the shit chains and then there will only be the Zen available. And then That's the part where I ask myself, will Zen bring some of these chains back to life? Will Zen bring ETH back to life? Will it bring EVE back to life? Will it bring back Moonbeam? Right? They're shilling hard. I don't know though, but I do think it will be very successful in Avalanche. It will be very successful on Polygon. It will be very successful on Binance. It will be very successful on Phantom. So those might be the best places to build and burn. That's kind of what I'm doing there. Someone is buying this, says Willow. Oh, yeah, man. People are buying that. I'm buying it. I'm gonna buy it. Y'all see me buying this soon, very soon. But I want to see that RSI get built. Instead of charity the funds, they should have promoted the meme. Yeah, that should have been a funds to promote the meme. That's why I'm like, man, I just couldn't buy in on it, but I knew that it's there. Now, will it be like a Zenlon? I don't know. I haven't looked at Zenlon in a long time. Man, you probably can't even look at this shit over here no more. Yeah, this shit is dead. All right, you got to look at Zenlon versus DXN because that's what it should be paired against. That would be the if I developed Zenlon, my intuitiveness would say pair it with DXN because that's what I burned it for. Make people build a pool on the DXN. Who do you think will keep? Who do you think is keeping the PZen price up? The Zenians, dog. There's so many Zenians on Pulse Chain that they get it. They know that there's a lot of different metrics. Like I said, we did it with Avalanche, and those people are there too. So if the chain has restrictions on making the Zen, you're gonna have to buy it at some point. So those people are probably already DCAing in as people sell their coins on the market because they did short stakes, which means now they have to stake longer after those short stakes. And if they don't do that, then that was the best time to buy the Zen. And it looks like that. Most people are holding, they're short staking and holding the pulse. So whoever's buying up and holding that chart up, they're playing the risk game that eventually they will be able to outpace the sellers and start to pump the price. Then maybe we get a dump or something. But I am kind of watching the post chain side of things. All right, looking at Exlon, God damn, I want to switch to the DXN price because this should be priced over here. Yeah. Oh, this 300 DXN over here. Damn, there's 22 in liquidity over here. Where's the Exlon dev? I'm not into this shit, so I don't know. Man, this thing is extremely below parity. What the fuck? Yeah, that's crazy. This was such a bad idea for everybody that did it. Oh my God, it was such a bad idea. Like, if you look at it in the reality, it's like you never had a chance. This price never had a chance versus DXN. It can't even, it's not even at parity. It is mega below it. I don't even know how you save it. That might be why we don't hear from the dev, because this might not be savable. That's just me. I might just be fudding it. But I would love to see how you can save this. This would be a crazy experiment for someone to try to save it. Because it exists now. It's a fairly launched meme. You need DXN. So I guess DXN needs to pump in price again so it can at least get closer to some sort of parity. But yeah, Exlon, DOA. Bruh, thoughts on Vamp X? Hey, yo, they got Vamp X on here? Nah, how do I see the chart on Vamp X? Where is that at? Isn't it ORD screen or something? ORD. The ORD swap? Who has that good? Who's the good BRC20 chart currently? Willow says, it never had a chance. Yo, Zenlon never had a chance. It was such a bad idea from the beginning. You know why? I called it a bad idea too. I bought it. I never burned any DXN for it. I only bought it. And I called it a bad idea because what I realized was I don't want anything playing the burn. That's what makes Zen beautiful, is that it has a burn function so that you burn all of the coins out of existence. It doesn't have a null function. There is that too, where you can send it to a null address, but it really is about the burn. And when I saw that DXN does not have a burn in the contract, and they said they were burning DXN, I was like, y'all are tripping. And I'm still waiting for that. Zen Shiba, I hope you did the same. I hope you built in a burn similar to Zen, because that would change the trajectory of your token. And if you haven't, I hope you can do something like that, because that would be a really cool thing instead of a null address. What is this shit? Ord charts. I know that there's one somewhere, but I think Vamp is on the low ski. I think Vamp is on the low. Might be time to scoop up some Vamp. Damn, I gotta jump up off here. I've been streaming for way too long. It's gym time. Time to go get strong. See, I like streaming late into the afternoon, because then when I go to the gym, ain't nobody there, and I can fucking rock my workout. Yo, how do I see ordinal charts? Ordinal BRC 20 charts. Oh, CoinGecko. Okay, that's cool. But I'm still bullish on this. This is kind of why I want Bitcoin to go down in price. If Bitcoin can go down in price, we're going to see an explosion in the BRC20 market. That will save Bitcoin. And I really hope... Ooh, there's Vamp, largest gainers. I really do hope Bitcoin takes a shit. Because it'd be great for price. It'd be so good. Give me number one. Wow, these aren't even ranked, but let's look at Vamp. Vamp looks like it's doing well. I mean, it's not doing well for the 7-day, but if you had a 24-hour trade, you're up 11%. And that's the part where I'm like, yo, what happens when the traders take over the markets because they're making more swings than you are money? If you don't wow me with intelligence and results, I ain't buying or burning. Or tripping accidentally into some dumb ass motherfucking Zen meme project. Rosvin has set the bar high. Yo, Howard, on the facts, man. You better. I am not dancing through no loops for your dad. Man, this is fair crypto. I have the freedom to think your project sucks. And that's kind of why I'm in the Vamp. Vamp took a big dump. But this should teach you guys, man. You gotta. That's why I tweeted yesterday. Zen teaches you how to sell crypto, because it's a fair launch. You should be able to sell and get back in, right? It's not like the future or the past, where you get in and then it goes down literally forever, like it never returns. Jack Levin's projects have been proven that when they go down in price, they eventually have a turning point. So even Vamp has just did that. Just now, me looking at it, it went to 5 cents and it's now going into the up movement. Okay. Man, I need a real decentralized Bitcoin off ramp ASAP. I gotta figure this part out off stream. So I need to get over here. I'm tripping. But yeah, that looks good right there. I like that. Here, let's go to TradingView. I like that it recovered already. Do I believe it's gonna keep going up? Probably not. And that's because Bitcoin territory. This is connected to Bitcoin, and I don't see Bitcoin continuing to the upside for too much longer. I'm what do you call it? I'm muted to holidays after the 2022 rug on Thanksgiving. That shit got me. Ever since that rug, dude, I keep my guns close on a holiday. If you weren't around, let's look at it real quick. So we're looking at Bitcoin. So in 2022, where is it at? Right here. This candle right here. Oh my God, the holiday candle. The let's shit on everybody candle right here, dude. November 2022. I will never forget this candle. Because I was the person at the dinner table, the crypto guy. Hey man, what happened to crypto? I thought you told me to get into it. It was at all-time highs. What happened? I was just like, man, I don't know, man. They rugged it. I don't know. I don't know what happened. They rugged it. That was so funny though. I couldn't believe that they rugged on Thanksgiving, dude. How effed up was that? Makes sense though. You got to rug when no one's looking. You don't want to be rugging while everybody's looking. They're gonna buy the dip. So is it right here? Yeah, right before Thanksgiving, they gave us a rug. And then we didn't pump all Thanksgiving last year. That was crazy. I couldn't believe it. I was like, damn, they really rugged this in a holiday. So like let's look at 2022 May, Memorial Day. It was a rug. Yeah, look, it was a rug. They rugged it. I don't know. It's something about holidays. It's easier to rug the holiday because everybody's out and they're like with their family, they're like partying and shit, and they can't make a move on their position. So it's like in my opinion, lately we've been seeing the rugs on price typically happening around holidays. Like let's see, never really Christmas. People usually buy into Christmas. It's usually a smaller rug in Christmas. People usually, like I said, they tend to buy in to kind of get some momentum for the holidays. Looking at looking here, same thing happened. They rugged beginning of December, right after Thanksgiving. Ruggage. Let's go back here. 21 May, Memorial Day weekend. Another rug. And I think the Memorial Day weekend rug is because you want to rebalance yourself for month 6. Like we're going into halfway into the year, so you would probably, if you're an investor, you would be rebalancing books right now to make sure that going into Q4, or excuse me, Q3, Q4, you're not too exposed into your risky assets. So Bitcoin is considered a risk, so most people risk out of this asset in a holiday season, and that's why I'm not sold over here. I'm not sold. I can definitely see Bitcoin roll over, and I can definitely see Bitcoin come back and test this level here of $17,000 Bitcoin going into Q3, Q4, and then slowly starting to build that momentum to head back up to the upside. You get everybody stuck right here, right? We're all party, yeah, Bitcoin ordinals, yeah, you know. But that's just it. That's the bait. That's the steak in front of the face. Am I gonna take it? I don't know. Not this time. I'd rather see us capitulate, roll over, get the ability to scoop up some cheap Bitcoins at these levels down here. Might be the last time we get that. Some people were calling for 11,000. I saw somebody call for $6,000 Bitcoin. I was like, what? $6,000 Bitcoin? Like for real, dude? But that's like, I guess, worst case scenario when you zoom out on the weekly. So worst case scenario is $6,000 Bitcoin in late November. That's what the sentiment is amongst the OGs. And that's probably coming from this dump right here. More than likely. And again, that is pretty far from where we are right now. Right? And you have to factor in a lot of the things here. One of the things that, and I mean, this is just your boy Crypto Bro. So I am versed, bro. I'm not just in crypto. I'm like looking at everything. So you look at the Dixie right now, the US dollar index, and it had a crazy dip. And from what I hear, you don't want to see it pumping because that's opposite. We want to see it rolling over. So the fact that it's pumping kind of proves that the markets are going to kind of have a tiny pump with it. And then when it starts to roll over to rebalance itself down to the moving averages. Because again, you look at the world, the government needs to make sure that the debt ceiling is confirmed by the 1st. If they don't, there's a lot of shakeup. We are in a recession. We have multiple jobs being lost all around. I mean, I have multiple friends, family members that have lost their job this year. So I know that this is a real thing. Like people are really going through the ringer in the real world. So there is no bullish sentiment for people to be buying. Everybody is saving. So you don't want savers. Again, it's just like DBZen. You don't want people buying the token to save it. You want burners, spenders. You want people spending their equity so that there is extra coins or extra momentum in the market. But when you have sitting ducks, savers, they don't help you. They're not market makers. So I've been looking at the Dixie thinking, damn, this shit looks kind of fucked up. And then where's my S&P 500? I was looking at the S&P, the SPY, and I'm just like, dude, we are overexhausted right now, right? Like we had a pullback because, like again, 2023 is supposed to be a backwards market, anyways. Getting ready for 26, so it's like backwards this year, and then 26 is upwards. So as you can see here, I already drew a line where I think our resistance point will be. And if this tips over, so does all of our markets. And we need to be worried about that shit. Because all of the people who aren't crypto, who are using Bitcoin as a risk versus knowing that this is for the people, this is freedom coin over here, bruh. I mean, really, it's Zen now. But because it has the largest market cap, it is the biggest thing. Bitcoin should be driving the market when it comes to be your own bank. And there's too many people that are in here that see it as a risk asset. They don't see it as a dollar. We're waiting for that moment, and I'm not playing their game. I'm not going to have them stick a stake in front of my face when I can totally see that they're going to take me the other way. Professor, bruh. Fix my glasses. But yeah, man, that's kind of where I'm at with it. You feel me? Like going into Memorial Day weekend, this is a good time for me to wrap it up. Be worried, be cautious. Keep your eye on the chart, even though you're with your family. Keep your eye on the chart this week and going into next week so you can call the turbulence. Because where I would like to see Bitcoin is get to 35. I would love us to get to 35, but then I don't know where we go next. I don't know how we get to 40 with the way the world is working. I don't know how we get to 50 with the S&P 500 fucking way overbought. Retail is way overbought, and if people lose their jobs, ain't nobody buying nothing in America. The best stocks to get into would probably be like DoorDash, Lyft, services, utilities, things like that. That's what I'm kind of looking at. If I was looking at traditionals, it would be something in the service world, something that people really need. Water never fails. Remember, I'll never forget when people said water stock would be some of the most booming stock in the 20s of 2000s. And water's going up right now. But yeah, man, keep your ear to the street. Oh yeah, here's another good chart. If you want to chart outside of crypto, chart our total market cap. So there is an estimated. There is an evaluation of our market where we should get to 63 trillion by 26. So there's so much headroom for crypto to grow, and why I'm very bullish on crypto for the rest of my life, because we are getting in at the bottom of something epic. But there is still grooming room where we could totally break this moving average, and just go down there. Let's go down there. Let's see what's up down there. And if we're down here, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. This idea, because it just means lower lows for everyone, knowing that crypto is going to be better than any traditional market, like off the rip. You cannot make me bullish on the dollar anymore. I'm looking at the dollar to be like, yeah, get out the dollar, bro. Get out of the dollar. You might get one more chance to get out of the dollar. Like me and DBZen. Oh, there's only one more chance for me to get out of this. DBZen serves as passive income. That's a fact. Schiller, the PE ratio for S&P is at 29.47, way overvalued. Yeah, dude, the S&P 500, I haven't even looked at that, but it's so overvalued that like you have to be a realist. Like, can we sustain these levels in this type of economy where Ice Spice is the #1 female rapper? I don't know, man. That doesn't sound correct. Like, yo, we're gonna have to change this shit up. You know what I'm saying? Something has to give, and the thing I think that's gonna give will be the 2024 election. That's gonna give us some breathing room, and that's kind of why I could totally see crypto in the shit in Q4, Q3, and why, at least for me, I want to build supply so I can have the capital to be able to navigate the roughest waters of crypto, right? Be able to still play the Zen game, have capital to play other Zen games, and print my own tokens. Going right back to the original narrative of Zen, like create your own tokens, become your own bank, Like, no need for a mining rig, no need for electricity. All you need is native coin and time. So I'm gonna just keep rocking that while the world figures itself out. And yeah, man, that's where we're going with this. But oop, we there? Here we go. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I also want to thank everybody for the critical debating and critical thinking on my channel. I'm amazed at the type of individuals that actually participate, as well as everybody that's just here every single day. Like, you guys are completely amazing. I'm happy that it's not a shill show, yet a educational feeling of just learning as a group in a whole. So, always come through, shit on me if I'm wrong. Like, leave the comment below. F crypto, bruh, 2 middle fingers. Would love to see it. Let's talk, let's chat, let's debate. Let's get to the real sauce of the gravy. I'm gonna see you guys next week. Maybe I'll make a stream on Monday. We'll see what happens. It's gonna be Memorial Day, so I'm not too fonded of the holiday idea, because everybody, I would rather you be with your family or be out with your with your vibe, with doing what you do, not stuck in front of the computer. But like I said, dude, just keep your eye on it. Maybe set an alert. They like to dump on the weekends. And yeah, man, this is your boy Crypto, bro. Y'all have a good one. Peace. Blue Bison with the late 20. Hey, dude, I'm about to get a crazy ass lunch with that. Sushi on Blue Bison. Wiggity, wiggity, bro. You have a good weekend, dog. Thank you.